Everybody in the US and around the world. Welcome to Baseball Outside the Box. I'm your host, Pete Caliendo, and we are back. Yes, sir. We are back from a long break. We've been traveling the world, checking out some baseball tournaments, international ones. And let me tell you, how much fun is it to get out of here, get out of the house, travel a little bit, do some flying, get to another country, see a lot of your friends, and get to see some great baseball. I was so excited just being in the stands, watching games for the first time in probably a year and a half. You know, Zoom is great, but man, have I been tired of staying on Zoom all the time and being in your house. I love my home, but being outside watching baseball, there's nothing like it. So, folks, we are back. We're ready to do some shows. We are going to give you some announcements. We're going to tell you a little about where we've been. First of all, we were in the beautiful country of Italy a couple times. We went with one of our teams to compete in Italy throughout the country for a cultural baseball experience. Also, we were in Italy at the European Baseball Championships. This is the senior level, the highest level. And let me tell you, 16 teams hosted in Torino, Italy. Outstanding job, outstanding competition. Was a lot of fun. But you know what was really fun about it? Was getting to see all your friends in Europe that are involved in the game of baseball. They are so passionate and so dedicated to developing young players and also the national teams. It's just a lot of fun watching them do what they love and not seeing them for a couple of years. You know, finally get a chance to talk to them one-on-one, a little bit how things were going, getting to see some former players with the Belgium team, and they're now managers, coaches. That is so rewarding. So that was a lot of fun. But, you know, we got a chance to see a lot of friends in Europe. And I got to tell you, you know, the teams were great. And, you know, the Netherlands came in first, won the gold. And then Israel was second, Italy third, Spain was fourth. Again, great teams, but there were a lot of great European teams. The Russians were there. The Czechs were there. The like I said, the Italians. I mean, there's just so many of them. I can't list them all. But the Slovaks, you just name them. It was just outstanding. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the Italian Baseball Federation for being great hosts. Thanks for allowing me to be able to see the games and meet everybody. Got a chance to see Jim Small there from Major League Baseball International. Got a chance to see some of my good friends who still coach in Italy. Dan Bonanno. I want to give a special prayer to our good friend who passed away, Bill Holmberg, who would have been with the Italian national team. But Danny took his spot in his honor, and that was great for him to do that. Mike Piazza was the manager. Was a lot of fun meeting Mike and seeing Mike at the hotel where the Italians were staying at. So just overall, outstanding experience. Do I always learn something from watching the games? Absolutely. Let me tell you, I saw one team that did not take the same infield and outfield all the time. They took infield, outfield with different situations. They didn't take the same one all the time prior to the game. Some was more either dedicated to, double plays or PFPs or different cutoffs, different relays. So they didn't always do the same routine all the time. And it probably mattered who they were going to play, what they expected from that club. And I thought that was a good, unique situation. So that was one of the things that I had picked up there, but there's some others. We'll talk about that in future shows. Our next trip was to Mexico, Obregon, Mexico, and also Hermosillo, two great baseball towns with great major league stadiums. We were there for the U23 WBSC World Championships. We're talking about some of the best countries in the world with the under 23. And that was an honor for me to be the technical commissioner of that event. It was held in two different locations, about 3 hours apart. You want to check all this out, go to WBSC.org. You can get to the European Baseball Federation for, the European Championships that were held in Italy. You could also find the WBSC U23 event, which Venezuela won. I mean, let me tell you, some great ball clubs. Venezuela came in first. Mexico was defending their title. They came in second. Colombia was third, and Colombia was really good. I was really impressed by the Colombian team. And get this, the Cubans came in fourth. This is during the time, almost 12 players defected. They didn't have a huge roster. I think they ended up like 14, 15 players on the roster. Incredible that they came in fourth place. That just goes to show you how good they are when they're losing that many players. Hopefully things will be changing in Cuba with the U.S. government, because, these players, they're leaving not just because they want to play baseball, but they're also leaving just to leave so they can get a better life, because they've got family in the States and want to get to the States. So it'd be great if one day it opened up, especially with baseball players that are being taken advantage of sometimes by a lot of the agents, a lot of the traffickers, who are making a lot of money off these players. It'd be great if it was open and they can just come freely and play just like other countries do here in the U.S. But a great event. Chinese Taipei was there, Panama, Nicaragua, Germany, Czech Republic, the Dominican Republic, Korea, and Netherlands. Think about that event and what you got to do to compete at that level to win the gold medal or even to come in the top four. So great competition, great host. The Mexican people are outstanding. We had our groundskeepers there were fantastic. It's great working with the local organizing committee. When you're all working together, WBSC staff that do a great job, you're working with the local organizing committee, things really run smooth. And what's interesting is we had to be there, and it's an honor to do it, but we had to be there 3 games a day, 7-inning games, which makes it a lot faster. But we started roughly 7 in the morning because you got to get there early. And we ended up at 10:30 at night by the time the last game was over, and then head back to the hotel and just start all over again the next day. So it was baseball all the ways. Yes, we had to wear masks. We're in a bubble. So it was hotel, baseball games. That's life today, but hopefully it'll change soon. But we got through it, got it done, and we enjoyed watching all the games because they were all very competitive. All right, a couple more announcements. Don't forget, Caliendo Sports International heading to the Dominican Republic December 26th, Christmas break to January 2nd. It's our 15, 14-year-old team, and we're going to add some 13-year-olds. We can add 16-year-olds depending on the level that we're talking about. We've got about 4 or 5 more players to recruit from around the country. Anybody interested, email me at petercaliendo@att.net, or you can email me at caliendo19@gmail.com. Check me out on social media. Message me on Facebook. I'm on Messenger. You could DM me also on Twitter at Baseball Out. So check it out. If you'd like to join us as a player or you'd like to recommend a player, do that right away because we want to get you on board. And let me tell you, Dominican Republic in the winter, you're going to compete against some of the best players around and some of the best teams. Also, you're going to train with them. That's an experience. And then you experience the great culture and country of the Dominican Republic. So don't forget that. And hopefully you've been watching the playoffs. Continue to watch them. I know they're on tonight. I love them. I think they've been great. Braves against the Dodgers, Houston against Boston. Are there some similarities there? I think there are. I think baseball is going to start turning around a little bit. You're seeing teams that have a lineup from 1 to 9 that can hit. They can hit to all fields. They can battle the pitcher. Each one of these teams have that. Obviously, they've got the pitching, relief pitching. I question some of the things sometimes they do with their starting pitchers. They take them up pretty early. I get the analytics. I get the statistics. I understand all that. I was involved in putting together independent teams, and we had to use analytics early on, but they weren't as detailed as they are now. But I think sometimes we're outsmarting ourselves. You've got to go by what your eyes tell you to, and not as much as maybe your gut, but your eyes. Your eyes will tell you what your starting pitcher is doing. And what about a relief pitcher comes in that's doing really well? That 1 inning, and then you take them out and put somebody else in. Are you taking a risk? You just did real well against 3-4 hitters. Maybe they didn't let a guy out. Maybe they didn't hit that well off them. Maybe they barely fouled off a few pitches. You take them out right away just because a righty's coming up or lefty's coming up, or you stick with the hot hand. We're going to have special shows on that, and we look forward to talking about that. I know you can go to MLB Network, and they have some great conversations there. So we will follow all that, and we'll have some great shows doing that. Other than that, want to wish everybody a great day. Join us tonight, which is, if you're looking live right now on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, tonight we are going to have a show, and the show is going to be about, get this, the batting tee and soft toss. Is it useless? Are we wasting our time using the batting tee and doing soft toss? Now, can we use the batting tee a little bit, maybe a little bit of soft toss, but are we overdoing it? And have we been doing something for years just because we've been told that's what's good to do? And like anything else, we just follow. I think it'll be an interesting show. You should watch it tonight, 6:30 on Facebook, YouTube, at Baseball Outside the Box. The audio is going to be at baseballoutsidethebox.com if you miss it on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook. If you miss it, also go to ESPN Honolulu, go to their website. They're hosting our Baseball Outside the Box podcast, and we thank them for that. Great people there. So check it out. We're going to have Matt Helke tonight talking about that. Interesting. If you look at his website, one of the things it says is why most players are just learning now to swing and not learning how to hit. That's maybe what we're doing is we're learning how to swing on the batting tee and soft ups, but I'm really learning how to hit. And remember the old phrase, but it's always been done this way. Are you following that? Just because it's been done that way, is that the way to do it? Well, check it out. Today, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Baseball Outside the Box. See you then. Stay healthy, stay safe. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.